Hey everybody, so this is going to be just a quick guided tour of your new Amazon Inferno stick. Excuse me. So what we've got here is your home screen. This is what's going to pop up after you are prompted to enter your Amazon account information, which all you have to do if you don't already have an Amazon account is go to Amazon.com, sign up for an account. It's free and it's worth it, and it's really not going to interfere with any of the functions of the Inferno stick at all. So in addition to that, it's going to ask you to connect to Wi-Fi. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just follow the prompts and you'll get it, no problem. So after you do all those things, you're going to be brought to your home screen. And this is your Amazon Fire home screen. Very, very intuitive, very stock, also very basic. So what we're going to do is go down here to apps and either click or hit over to the right on your directional pad. CBS. Go down to apps library, and here is where we're going to be doing most of our switching for our live TV, all of our free movies, all of our pay-per-view events, all of our TV shows, things like that. So Kodi is this first app here with the blue and white diamond. And the other one we're going to concern ourselves with is Mobdro. So I think what we'll do is we'll talk about Mobdro first. That's the only one that you have to go outside of Kodi to access. So Mobdro is going to be kind of a backup for you. If you're looking for live TV, cable streaming, stuff like that, Mobdro is going to be your go-to for that. So as you can see, it's got a pretty colorful little interface here. All we're going to do is scroll down a little bit to channels. Click on channels. That will load up all of the channels that you have available to you. Basically all your cable channels, everything you probably could ever really want with cable, Comedy Central, Cartoon Network, History Channel, FX, so on and so forth. I love The Walking Dead, so this one is very important to me personally. So we've got, looks like G.I. Jane here maybe. Yep, sure is. G.I. Jane. Alright. That's Mobdro. Mobdro is going to be just a little backup for you if from time to time there may be an error inside of Kodi to watch live TV. This is a great backup. These streams are almost never down. I'm going to hit back again. It'll pop us back out at our apps library. Scroll over to Kodi. Now Kodi is where we're going to be doing about 90% of our TV movie watching and things like that. We're going to click on that. It's going to take a few moments to load. And while it's doing all these things, it's actually pulling content from sources all over the internet. And I think it's worth mentioning that everything that we're going to do is going to be solidly based on the speed of your internet connection and the speed of the device that we're working with. Right now we're on a Amazon Fire Stick TV. So this is a pretty basic solid state little piece of equipment. Now it's really nice and it's quick and smooth, but it doesn't have a whole heck of a lot of processing power by today's standards. So if you want to think about it, it's probably half again as fast as your phone would be. And our phones are pretty fast at loading things. So what we're going to have here is once everything loads, it's going to pop up a bunch of thumbnails for some popular movies. And all we need to do to access those is to just go up one. And we can scroll through. Got some pretty cool stuff in here. Some stuff that just came out. This gets updated, I believe, once every couple of days. And if you really wanted to, you could go through and go down here to the bottom. We got Valhalla, Salts, One Channel, Specto, and Exodus, which is my personal favorite for streaming movies because simply I haven't been able to stump this thing. I mean, it's pretty substantially packed with titles, just about everything you could think of. I mean, we were trying to stump it the other night and literally just couldn't figure out how to stump this thing. So it's uploading and updating itself right now. Like I said, we're pulling content from all over the internet. This is all user-generated content. So if we want to go we'll say people watching, why not? This is going to just give us some titles that are most popular for the most part. This is going to be able to stream you. I'd say your streaming speed needs to probably be at least about 20 megabytes a second download speed in order for this to be really effective for you, with no buffering and able to pull HD content and stuff like that. So if your internet connection is any slower than that, you're probably going to notice stuttering, maybe even some stopping. I've got some pretty cool stuff here. Secret Life of Pets. Ooh, this is a nice one. That one's still in the theater. Very cool stuff. The quality of some of the theatrical releases isn't great, but I mean, it's all based on the source material. A lot of the stuff will be in HD, some of it not, but I mean, there's really, if you're looking for something specific, you can just go all the way down here to search, open up your little search box, search your movie, and I can almost guarantee whatever it is, you'll be able to find it. I'm going to go back out, back to our movies, and what we're going to do is scroll to the right. Got all of our TV shows here. It's going to populate with some of the more popular TV shows: American Horror Story, Stranger Things, Walking Dead, MacGyver, Game of Thrones, so on and so forth. These are just some of the ones that everybody's watching right now. We're going to be able to search through the movies just like we did, or excuse me, through the TV shows just like we did the movies. If there's something specific that you're looking for, it's all arranged once. I think I watched like 2 episodes of that show. So you will be brought to a little menu. It's pulling information from Exodus. So we've got season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of the TV show once. Everything's nicely organized, and it's all here. This is where your live TV will be. Go down here, and Echo TV Guide is probably one of your better bets. Goodfellas is also a really good source. Like I said before, this stuff is all user generated, meaning this isn't a pay service. So from time to time, there's going to be things that may or may not work. Your best bet is to just kind of play around with it, find out what works for you in your area. And as I said before, for live TV, we also have the Mobdro app, which, if all else fails, if you're looking to watch something, that's always up. Live sports, Goodfellas Sports, Sports Devil, or just searching for a live stream that you're looking for. You can also go up here and pull content from any of these sources. They're all usually pretty good. Once again, I said I really like Sports Devil. Goodfellas Sports are both really good for UFCs and pay-per-view events and hockey games and whatnot. Here is your kids section, and I noticed one thing right off the bat that's kind of funny to me. They've got Sausage Party up there in the kids section. You might want to keep an eye on that. I think this just gets populated with results that are animated. You can see, I mean, they're all animation here, but you'll be able to go down and actually search through Toon Mania, Cartoon Craze, Her Place Kids, Disney, DC Comics, movies, kids and animation. You'll be able to search through all those things individually, so that you don't wind up with accidentally letting your child watch Sausage Party. That would not be a good idea. Got some Goodfellas entertainment. This is like the best of type of thing. It's going to have a whole bunch of movies, sporting events, live TV channels. I really like Goodfellas. I think it's one of the better add-ons that's available to us. They're American guys, and they're pretty, and girls, and they're pretty on point with most of their stuff. This is going to be more live stream stuff here, 24/7. This is just it's like a marathon of all the shows that'll be on here. So it'll be like a Dexter marathon, or a Sopranos marathon, or a HGTV, Pimp My House marathon or whatnot. Got some streaming music sources here. Stand-up comedy shows, which is kind of cool. I mean, that's pretty original, I think. As soon as we pull some more content, it'll populate with some of the more popular stand-up comedy shows up here. Or we can just go down here and just search it like this, and it'll give us a nice little, let's see here. Let's try this one instead. There we go. USA stand-up. UK stand up. Robin Williams, ton of Louis C.K., very cool stuff, funny stuff. I mean, you're getting the hang of this. This is basically a scroll and browse or scroll to search kind of an interface here. YouTube channel, favorites, you can put, if you have a favorite channel that you like, you can populate my favorites with that. Weather. I've gone ahead on this particular box and updated the weather. So you can go up here, click on the weather. I've got it hooked up to St. Paul, Minnesota right now. And then what you can do is hit left, click change location, and boom, we got Chicago, which is the metropolitan area where we are now. Very cool little widget. I like it. I think it's a great addition. And then you can see your weather at a glance right there at the bottom. That's always there. But that's where you go to switch your weather content. Video add-ons will just allow you to browse through everything one at a time. This is a really good one for live sports, pay-per-view stuff. This is where all your programs live. And one of the cool things I think that we should talk about is maintenance tools. Now, it's one of the cooler features on here to be able to erase things at the drop of a hat. So we don't really want our package, thumbnail, or cache size to get over 100 megabytes. So if it ever does, all you have to do is come down here, auto clean device. Just click that once. What that's going to do is it's going to erase all the little bits and pieces of memory that are stored on your device that might be causing it to run slowly. So if you notice things starting to slow down, lag, you might need to just come in here and auto clean the device. I've actually set up everybody's device to weekly auto clean, so you shouldn't really reach 100 megabytes on anything before your weekly auto clean, but if you do, that's what to do. Got settings in here. There's all sorts of little settings you can play around with. I think it's probably important to mention that we've got, I'll go to settings. This is pretty important because we need to be able to go down and adjust our video. Because if your menus might be getting cut off on the sides and on the top, this is one of the more important menus to find because you might not be able to find it if you don't look. We're going to go in video output, video calibration, click on that. Now that's going to allow, you see the little arrows in the corner are perfectly in the corners. When I started with this app, you could barely even see the tip of the arrows. I had to back the screen out quite a few clicks. That'll be your top left. Click center. That'll be your bottom right. You can adjust that. Click it again, and that wants you to make sure both of these squares, one inside of the other, are actually square. If they were rectangle, you would need to adjust your screen until they were square. Subtitle positioning at the bottom is up and down. Click it again, and you're back to the beginning. If everything looks good, you can just hit the back button and back out of there. That would be how you would fix your menus being cut off or the top of somebody's head on a TV show being cut off. It's just a aspect ratio thing. We can calibrate it really easily. That's where that is. Sit back, hit back again, back into settings. That's really the only one you probably are going to want to mess around with. But if you feel like exploring, by all means, I just wouldn't delete anything. And then that's it. We're back to movies here. If there's anything else, anybody has any questions, feel free to message me at the link or at the email address that's listed below the video. I'm going to shut this down and enjoy the rest of your day.